皆さん、英語のそーたです。
And I'm Reilly.
Hey, Reilly, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
How's
while.
it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Like, we last recorded a month ago. So,
Yeah,
we also meet up every month, like once a month.
Yeah,
so
usually.
It's been a while.
right.
Yes. And
Like last month, it was cold. Last
Yeah.
time, we probably mentioned how cold it was
yeah,
at the beginning.
maybe
but
what's in February.
yeah, and it's only been 1 month, but now it's really warm out.
Warmer, getting
Yeah.
warmer and warmer. So, are you happy about that?
Yeah, I'm happy about it. It happened a little fast for me, though. I feel like one day I was wearing like a winter jacket, and the next day I wore the same jacket to go to work, and I was sweating. So it's kind of too fast. I wish
Yeah.
I had a week or two to wear, like a light jacket or something, not go
Right.
from winter coat to like t-shirt.
Yeah, it's so hot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody seems to be really excited.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because there is a ohanami
Yeah.
season or something.
Flowers are coming out. The ume are already out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. So let's have fun together.
Yeah, for sure.
はい、皆さんお久しぶりです。僕たちも香川で会ってまして、1ヶ月ぶりにライちゃんと今回も会ってます。なので前回のエピソード、ちょうど今週の月曜日あたりに配信されてたと思うんですけど、あれはまだ1ヶ月前の2月に収録していたので、寒いねとかっていう話をね、してたんですけれども、あれは2月でした。最近は1ヶ月にまとめて、1ヶ月ごとに会って、まとめて3本ぐらい撮ってますので、ちょっとなんかこう時差がある時もあるかもしれないんですが、それも楽しみながら聞いていただければと思います。そして一つちょっと皆さんに謝らないといけないんですけれども、ちょうどその僕たちが会うスケジュールがですね、うまくマッチしなくてですね、1週分お休みをさせていただいて、あとはちょっとその BGM の編集などにも時間がかかってしまった関係で、ちょうど207番のエピソードが今週の月曜日にアップされた形でした。なので、もし土曜日にね、お待ちくださっていた方いらっしゃったらすみませんでした。ちょっとスケジュールが合わなかったので、スケジュールがずれ込んでいかないように、一週お休みをあらかじめいただいておりました。で、こんな感じで今後も香川に来ながらの収録になるので、少しその関係でスケジュールのね、配信タイミングを、調節させていただくこともあるんですけれども、ご理解いただけたら嬉しいなと思います。暖かくなってきましたので、今日も楽しくやっていきましょう。So, Reilly, are you ready?
Yeah.
そうだと、
Reilly の
台本なし英会話レッスン。
Oops. This is episode 208.
ボロボロやん。Alright, what is the topic for episode 208, Reilly?
It is our interests.
はい、今回のお題は僕たちが今ハマってることです。So, nowadays we often see sad or bad news. I don't want to talk about the detail, but yeah, it's happening. And also, we have to stay home, but we are not really sure if we can go outside or we can hang out. And even if we do that, we always have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And then, I also had, a bad time because of that. I told myself that I have to stay home. And then, I have to be super careful because I have, this recording program. So as a model, role model, I have to be, super careful of everything. And then I was kind of stressed out. And then at the time, I noticed that maybe everybody is also feeling the same way. So this time I want to have a kind of fun conversation. That's why we decided to have a topic about what we are into and what we are enjoying right now.
Yeah, that sounds good to me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
はい、皆さん、最近いろいろと悲しいニュースとかしんどくなるようなニュースまだまだ続いてますよね。で、僕自身もちょうど最近インスタストーリーに載せてたんですけど、公で配信させていただく身として、ちゃんとステイホームしなきゃとか、自分にすごくガチガチのルールを作ってしまって、この3、4ヶ月、去年の12月ぐらいから外に出れなくなってしまって、で、SNS の更新が減ってるいろいろな理由ってあるんですけど、 一つに何か気軽に載せれなくなってしまったっていう、ずっと家にいるんですけれどもステイホームしてるよっていうと、お店経営してる方とか外出られてる方にはなんか不要な情報かなとか、なんかいろいろと考えすぎてSNS が載せれなくなって、ちょっとなんか毎日が楽しくないような状態を過ごしてしまってました。そんな中で皆さんも絶対に同じような思いをされてる方もいらっしゃるんだろうなと思って、僕たちが今どんな風に楽しめるように毎日を過ごしているのかっていうお話をできたらなと思って、このエピソードを作らせていただきました。なので今日はちょっと楽しい会話をして、皆さんの何かファン、楽しいにつながれば嬉しいなと思います。So, how about you? Like how, are you enjoying every day these days?
Yeah. So obviously we can't really go out too much. So I've been spending a lot of time reading, and I guess I've been going to the gym too, which I guess is going out, but for some reason the gym is one of the places that it's okay to go to. So yeah, I've been reading like as much as possible. And I've been trying to read these kind of like classic books. There's a list of books that is sometimes used by universities in America. That's like the most important books to read, basically. And so I think it's a list of about 300, and I'm trying to read all of them in a few years. But I'm just starting now.
I see. Okay, then let's say what we are doing one by one. So the first one is reading.
Sure. Yeah, reading.
Are you sure about that? Like, which one do you want to talk about first?
Rather than list them all.
Reading, maybe.
Yeah, I'll talk about reading, sure.
And like, what kind of books are you reading? Like the titles or
titles? I can talk about the titles, sure.
Yeah.
The Iliad and the Odyssey. And that's it for now. Those are the first two.
What is the story about?
Okay. So the Iliad is a story about war, about so it was written in ancient Greece, like, I don't know, almost 3,000 years ago. So it's one of the first books, like, ever. But it's about a war that takes place between Greek people and people in Troy. It's the name of the city. And it's like just a lot of fighting, but it's like a classic because it's so old, basically. Yeah.
Or do you have any good spot, like where you read books, for example, at a cafe? Or where do you do that?
Not really. I mean, usually I read at home. I like on my couch or in my bed. I don't read so much outside of the house. Like sometimes, maybe once a week or something, I'll go to a cafe to study, but I don't usually read at the cafe.
Then, like, do you have any good ways to enjoy reading, like for all of us, like with a cup of coffee or tea or?
Yeah, I mean, I usually have some kind of like coffee or at least water, and I often listen to music while I read, but I can't listen to music with lyrics in English because that will like distract me. So I usually listen to either instrumental music with no singing or music with singing in a language that's more difficult for me to understand. And so that way I can kind of have some sort of background noise but not get distracted.
I see. 一旦ここまで訳しましょうかね。なのでまずは一個一個お互いのその今やってることハマってるものを言っていきたいなと思うんですけれども、まずは、ライちゃんは本を読むようにしてると。で、さっきも見せてもらったんですけど、大学とかでこんだけis a list like for university students, like you should read 300 books or something?
So, yeah, I guess it's called, the list is sometimes called the Great Books list, and some universities have like I I don't know. I don't know if it's a major or what exactly, but some universities have like a program where you just read these books. Like you don't really have a major of like, I don't know, a math major or something. Your major is just you read all the classic books. So yeah, it's a little strange, but it's kind of interesting to me that there is this like list of books that are the most important books to read.
So it's kind of recommendations.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. はい、大学とかでこの本読みましょうねというか、これを読めるといいよねっていう本のリストみたいなのがこうアメリカであるみたいで、how can they find on the internet? どうやったら調べたらいいんだろう？300 great books or something?
I think if you Google the great books with the,
that great books.
that might come up. The one that I'm using is by a university called St. John's College. I think they're maybe the most famous one that does this kind of program, this reading program. So if you look up St. John's College great books, it will definitely come up.
I see. St. John's.
John's. So and the Saint
College.
is spelled just ST period. Saint and then John's JOHNS. St. John's College.
っていうふうにSaint のSAINT の Saint ですね。
Yeah.
の、名前で St. John's
John,
Great Books で調べてもらうと、そのライちゃんが今読んでるリストは出てきますけれども、まあ The Great Books The Great Books っていう形で調べてもらうと、まあ、大学がこう推薦しているような本っていうリストが出てくると思うので、まあ、それを見てもらってもいいと思うんですが、ライちゃんはそこから上から順番に読んでいこうと決めてるみたいで、30歳までにそれを全部読むって決めてるってね、
Yeah.
言ってたんですけど、それを見ながら読んでるらしいですね。で、一つその読んでるタイトルがイリアードやったっけ？
Yeah, in English it's called the Iliad.
Iliad、はい、っていう古代ギリシャの Ancient Greek のお話で、
Yeah.
その、まあ、単語のスペルですけれども Ancient、 それを Can you
Ancient,
spell it?
sure.
打っておいてもらえますでしょうかね。
Yeah,
はい、Ancient、古代のっていうような意味ですね。あとはなんか今日その楽しくできる方法っていう、なんか僕たちがやってる楽しいことっていうお話をできたらなと思ったので、どこで読むとかなんかあるのかなと思って聞いてたんですけれども、一応家でずっと読んでるみたいですね。こう僕外のなんかベンチとかカフェとかで読んでたりするのかなと思ったんですけども、香川はねどこももう緑だらけ、グリーンってもう
Yeah.
フォレストって感じだから、家の中におってももうマイナスイオンブンブン出てるんやと思うわ。
Also, it's been too cold recently to read outside.
そうやな。
maybe soon I'll start reading outside. Yeah.
確かにずっと最近寒かったから、外はちょっとしんどいけれども、まあでも本当に香川はいつも歩いてくるときにもう森林フォレストって感じの場所だから、そう家の中でも十分なんかマイナスイオンブンブン出てるんやろうなって思います。で、まあどこで読んでるのかなと思ったら家の中でカウチって出てましたね。まあ、日本語で言うソファーですね。まあ、よく使うのはこのカウチの方なのでスペルをね、打っておいてもらいましょう。で、他になんかこう楽しむ方法あるのっていうふうに聞いて Reading with a cup of coffee とかって聞いてましたけれども、まあ、コーヒー数えるときはa cup of coffee だったりとか、まあ大体1杯2杯で数えていくので、まあ、このa cup of なんとかも覚えておくといいかもしれませんね。で、やっぱりコーヒー飲む。
Oh,
yeah. Black?
Black.
ブラックで飲む。ノンシュガー。
No sugar. No.
そう、僕はミルク入れんとあかんからさ。
Oh, really?
I need to add some milk.
Really?
You don't need to.
No, no, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of course if people like coffee with milk, that's fine, but for me, I never drink coffee with milk.
Really?
Yeah.
And sugar.
Yeah, or sugar. Sometimes like if I go to Starbucks, I don't really like Starbucks's coffee. So sometimes I'll get a chai tea latte, chai tea with milk. But I don't usually drink just coffee with milk.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess. I don't know. When I was
かっこいい。
when I was like a kid and I first tried coffee, I don't know how old, maybe 10 or something. My mom drank coffee with milk and my dad drank coffee with not sugar, fake sugar. So I tried both, and then I tried to I tried my mom's way and I tried my dad's way, and then I tried mixing them. So I had milk and sugar or fake sugar, and I didn't like any of it. So then maybe a few years later, I tried coffee again, and I thought I didn't like it with milk and I didn't like it with sugar. So maybe I'll just try it black. And then I was like, oh, this is okay.
That's cool.
So I don't know if it was really because of this is how I like coffee, or if it was just because when I was younger, I didn't like coffee at all, no matter what I put in it. And then later I tried it and I liked coffee. So then that's maybe now how I drink it.
Yeah, before I die, I want to be a guy who can drink
Black coffee.
black.
Yeah.
Just like you. はい。だいぶ今めっちゃ熱く語ってくれてましたけれども、そう、僕は最近砂糖は取らないようにしてるんですけれども、まだまだお子ちゃまですからミルクを入れないと飲めないので、ブラックはね、僕はできないんですけれども、ライちゃんはブラックコーヒーを飲んでるっていうことでしたね。そう。で、そんな感じで、まずは一つ目、ライちゃんは、家で本をソファーの上で、もうブラックのコーヒーとともに読んで、楽しむっていうことでしたね。なので次ちょっと僕が最近ハマってるものを言いたいんですけれども、何個かあるんですけど、まずは Uber Eats。
Oh yeah, okay.
でもね、これ聞いてくれてる方はまたかってなると思うんですけど、僕もうこのポッドキャストの収録始めてもうずっと Uber Eats の話ばっかしてて、 I've been talking about Uber Eats for a long period of time. So you're a new host, so you don't know about
I don't think
that.
we've done one about Uber Eats.
But, I'm a huge fan of Uber Eats, so I often order food. And then, recently I love to find good shops of sandwiches
Okay.
and coffee.
Yeah.
And then, in Osaka, there are so many restaurants around my house. So I can find, lots of new stores.
Yeah.
So, every morning I try to find something new. And then I, think of you because you love sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then, I drink some coffee. That's what I'm into right now.
Cool.
And also eating that food, I'm playing with my dog.
Yeah, okay.
In my house. So that's kind of my morning routine and then what I'm doing. But you said you don't really like the Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, not really.
But why not? I was just curious about
I don't know if it's a problem with the coffee itself or the way that they make it at the Starbucks store. Because sometimes, if I can't... so I usually go to one coffee shop where I usually buy my coffee. But if it's closed, then I'll go to the supermarket and get coffee from there. And sometimes I'll buy Starbucks coffee from the supermarket. And when I buy it, in the bag, it's okay. But when I get it from Starbucks, the store, sometimes it's, it tastes kind of burnt or, it doesn't taste right, I think. So, I don't know, maybe they keep it in the pot for too long. Maybe it's kind of old, or I'm not sure what the problem is, but usually I don't like Starbucks coffee so much.
You mean too bitter?
Not exactly, because I like bitter coffee.
Oh, really?
But sometimes it tastes burnt. Not bitter, but maybe when they... I don't know exactly all the kind of details of making coffee, but something about it tastes like it's wrong. Or maybe it's not wrong, but it's different than other coffee places or different than how I make it at home, so it tastes wrong to me.
Maybe I think you want to say the taste is too strong. Not... You said right. So not right.
Yeah.
And too strong maybe. And then
It
too bitter in a bad way.
Yeah, too bitter in a bad way. And strong is interesting because I like strong coffee too. And strong, I've been thinking about this. There's actually a guy on YouTube that I watch. He talks a lot about coffee. I forget his name, something Hoffman, but he's a English guy that is super into coffee. and he talks about the word strong with coffee and how it can mean like many different things. And so I don't know what too strong means anymore because of him. Now I don't know what it means. But yeah, the problem with Starbucks and sometimes other coffee, like convenience store coffee, it can taste like burnt or old or like it's not really fresh.
Maybe leave too much. That's what you want to say.
Sorry?
Oh, leaving too much. Leaving the coffee too much.
Yeah, too long in the pot or in the
too
something.
long.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I got your point. But I often order Starbucks coffee, but of course I have some favorite shops, but Starbucks is one of my favorites. Yeah, that's why I was just, curious why you felt so. So in that case, where do you often get coffee?
So there's this...
Any recommendations?
Well, so there's a store near me that I don't think is a chain. It's just in this, there's an organic supermarket, and in the supermarket they have a little coffee store, and I usually buy my beans from there.
Beans?
Yeah.
豆からやんのね。
Yeah,
すごい。
so I grind the beans at my house and stuff. But if I'm going to buy coffee from a store, there's a store in Takamatsu called Lima Coffee, Lima, and I think they're a chain. I think they might be in Kobe and Osaka as well. But I like it there. I like it there too because the atmosphere is really nice. So I often go there to study with friends or something.
I see. なるほど。なのでまずはですね、僕がやってる最近ハマってることはUber Eats、さっきも言いましたけれども、で朝に美味しいサンドイッチ屋さんを見つけるっていうのに最近ハマってて。というかあんまり外に行けないじゃないですか。なので家の中で楽しもうと思って美味しいサンドイッチを探そうと思って毎日いろんなお店のを食べてるんですよね。でライちゃんもサンドイッチ作りが好きなのでライちゃんのことを思い浮かべながらたまに本当に食べてる時にライちゃんもこういうの好きなのかなとかこういう味食べたらどう思うんやろうとか考えながらそう食べてて、あとはコーヒーも自分の中で美味しいお店を探しながら、僕はスタバも結構好きなので、その候補の中に入ってるんですけど、いろいろとね美味しいものを今探してるんですよ。なので皆さんにも一つおすすめしたいなと思ったのが Uber Eats ってなんだろうな、家にいながらいろんなお店のものを試せるので、結構ちょっと高いしとかあんまり普通のいつもの出前とかと一緒でしょって思われてる方もいらっしゃるかもしれないんですけど、意外と探せば値段めちゃくちゃ高くつけてないところもありますし、出前と違うんですよね。普通のそこにいっぱいあるお店が家の中で楽しめるっていうような感じなので、住んでる場所によるんですけど、ライちゃんはYou don't have Uber Eats.
So we do have Uber Eats, but yeah, not so many options. Yeah, not especially compared to Osaka. Yeah.
そう、ライちゃんもさっき言ってたのが、香川はUber Eatsしてもうどんばっか来るんちゃう？
Yeah,
lots of
you
udon.
can get lots of udon. Yeah, but maybe even udon, they don't need to do Uber Eats because there's so many udon. You can walk to udon, no problem. Like,
そうやな。
Yeah.
あちこちにうどん屋さんがあるっていう。そう後で見てみよう。I'll check later. How many udon shops are available on Uber Eats.
Sure.
そう見てみようと思ったけど、そう住んでる場所にもよるかもしれないですけれども、それ結構僕的には今ハマってることなので皆さんにもシェアしたいなと思いました。そしてコーヒーの味をね表すときにいろいろ strong 濃いとか、いろんな表し方ありますけれども、今回出てたのは burnt、ちょっと焦げ臭いみたいな感じのちょっとネガティブな表現ではありますけれども、ライちゃんが一番言いたかったのはごめんなさいね、スターバックス関係者の方聞かれてたが味はねいろいろと人それぞれ好みありますから、僕はスタバ大好きですよ。スタバ大好きなんですけど、ライちゃん的にはちょっといろんなコーヒーを飲んでいく中で、特にコーヒー好きですから、ライちゃん今日もちっちゃいかっこいいカップの中にこれはエスプレッソ
kind of. I've been this I just got this kind of new coffee maker. It's called a mocha pot.
Mocha pot.
Yeah, it's Italian, I think, the maker.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And silver, metal.
Yeah, you just put it on, you put some coffee inside and you put it on your burner. And it makes coffee
Wow,
like that,
that's
just
so
on the
cool.
stove.
そう今日もですねちっちゃいおしゃれななんかエスプレッソ入れるようなコーヒー僕やったらもうプッて飲んだら一発で飲み終えそうなぐらいのちっちゃいカップにすごいなんかおしゃれなメタルのなんかこうポットそれをこう本当に直火でローストしてんの
No, it's not roasting. So you here, I can open it up for you.
Oh,
So it's got
すごい。
like three parts. There's the bottom, you put water in the bottom of it, and
す
then
ごい。
there's a little, I don't know what you call it, cup, I guess, where you put the ground coffee,
Wow.
and then it comes up into the top part.
Wow, that looks so cool. Oh, you have that one. I mean like you replenish
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. So every time it's a new cup. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. And it's like, these are not so common in America, but I think in Europe, like everybody has something like this. It's not quite espresso, but it's similar to espresso and much, much cheaper than getting an espresso machine.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because there is a lot of powder in beans.
Yeah.
So you put them.
Yeah, so probably this is supposed to be, I think this is a small cup, but probably this makes about 3 cups of coffee. So for me, that's 1 serving. But for some people, maybe 1 cup would be enough.
そうなんかすごいねこうかっこいいコーヒー入れ機みたいなのがあってそれを3つのパートに分かれてるみたいなんですけど今それをねちょっと動画にも撮ってたのでもし覚えてたらインスタにも載せますので
Sorry.
そうもし忘れてたらごめんなさいでも一応動画撮ってきました今急遽で下にねなんかなんだコーヒーの粉パウダ
Yeah.
ーグラインドしたやつ、
Yeah, ground coffee.
自分で茹でた
Yeah, I have a electric grinder.
そうそれをしたやつをこう入れてあって、飲んでてまあ言いたかったのはそれくらいライちゃんはコーヒー好きですからそのライちゃんからするとスタバのコーヒーはちょっとブーントに感じてしまうとっていうことを言いたかったの。
Yeah. And I should say, I know there's big Starbucks fans. I don't dislike Starbucks. In fact, I really like the atmosphere of Starbucks, and I like that you can get all different kinds of drinks at Starbucks. Like I said, I usually get chai tea latte, and usually actually I get it's called in New York it's kind of common. It's called a dirty chai. So that's
Dirty.
Dirty. Yeah, they say dirty. So it's a chai tea latte with a shot of espresso added. So yeah, that's what I usually get at Starbucks now. Dirty chai. But you can't, if you go to Starbucks in Japan and ask for a dirty chai, they don't know what you mean. So I usually say chai tea latte shotto tsuika.
かっこいい
And that's easy.
かっこいいそういうの僕言える大人になりたい That looks so cool めっちゃかっこいい、ショット追加
I don't know about that.
そう日本人の僕でもそれショットってエスプレッソやんなショット means
Yeah, yeah.
エスプレッソやんなそうライちゃん今こう言ってくれてたのはスタバが大嫌いとかっていうわけじゃないですよっていうまあやっぱり好みはありますからコーヒーをねそれくらいかっこいいので入れてるくらい大好きなライちゃんだからこそこだわりがあってスタバのはちょっとブーンツって言ってましたけれども好きなメニューはチャイティーラテにエスプレッソ追加した飲み方がこうニューヨークとか
Yeah.
ではするみたいでそれを dirty 汚いっていう
Yeah.
なぜか知らないけど、
Well, dirty, I guess, is because it's like tea, right? So it kind of, chai has this kind of like, I don't know, spicy kind of flavor, but then you add coffee to it, and coffee is kind of, I don't know, it's more of an earthy flavor, I guess, so that's why they call it a dirty
It's kind of
chai.
messed up. So.
Yeah.
なるほどね。そのコーヒーの違う紅茶とかの香りがあるところにこう香りのきついコーヒーを入れるので、まあ一応名前的に dirty チャイ、
Yeah.
っていうみたいですけれどもメニューの頼み方日本ではダーティーチャイくださいって言っても来ないのでそうライちゃんみたいにかっこよくチャイティーラテショット追加 ってドヤ顔でそう言ってもらわないといけないんですけれども、それもやっぱり大ちゃんの好きな、メニューでもあると。まあ、でもちょっと話を戻しますと、burnt って言ってました。この burnt は、焦げてるとかっていう状態ですね。なので話を聞いてると、僕的にその strong 濃いのかなとか、bitter 苦いのかなって聞いてたんですけど、そうじゃないと。でストロングもいろいろとこう意味あるよねって言ってたんですけど、
Yeah.
そうなんですよ。こう濃いとかもあるし、それはいい意味で使う時もあれば悪い時もあって、このライちゃんの気持ちを英語で表すのがすごい難しかったみたいで、まあ bitter in a bad way って言ってましたかね。
Yeah.
変な感じですごい苦い。
In a bad way.
多分あれなんですよ、こうえぐい感じなのかなと思うんですよ。で言ってたのは、こう豆をずっとその置きっぱなしにしてるような味だからこそ、ちょっとこう焦げてるような味がするっていう。なので多分ライちゃんが言いたかったのはそれなのかなと思うので。 And also grind、can you type it?
Grind. Yeah.
自分であれを豆をこういったりもしてるみたいですね。それでスペル全部言ったかな。あと replenish、
Oh, replenish.
その補充する。豆パウダーか豆かをこう補充。これパウダー、これは何なの？いったものは何
I
て言った
guess you would say powder. I would just call it ground coffee.
らground coffee、
Yeah.
いったコーヒーっていう形かな。そっか、なんかすごい粉みたいなパウダーみたいになってたから、
Yeah.
そう、それをreplenish 補充するっていう時にさっき使ってた単語ですけれども、まあそれが出てきてましたかね。はい、なのでまあここまでが、そうだ、あと distract
Yeah.
を
Distract.
can you type
Oh,
it?
yeah.
I
We were talking
forgot.
about the music.
そうそうそう、音楽の時にさ distract っていう単語使ってくれてたのに、僕スペル言うの忘れてて、I got distracted、あるいは I don't wanna be distracted、こういう形でこう集中力を妨げたくないとか、こう集中力を途切れさせたくないっていう時に使うのがディストラクトですね。集中をこう途切れさすって意味なので、こう途切れさせられるっていう受動体の形で、I got distracted、 あるいは I was distracted の形でこう使ってもらえればなと思いますね。そう、それさっき音楽何聞くみたいな、曲聞くときに、違う本読むときに何聞くみたいなね、時に使った表現なので、ここでちょっとシェアしておきます。なのでまあここまでね、こうライちゃんその本読んで、でブラックコーヒー飲んで、で僕もコーヒーとあとはメルピと家で遊ぶっていうのが出て、他なんかありますか？ What
Well,
are you doing?
I wanted to ask you about your sandwiches. What kind of sandwiches have you been eating?
Like egg and chicken sandwiches.
Egg and chicken sandwiches.
And roasted.
Roasted chicken.
Roasted, no, sandwich itself.
Oh, like a panini, kind of.
Like Italian one?
Yeah.
Panini. Maybe close one.
Okay.
So roasting is the important part.
Or so the bread is getting cooked.
Yeah.
I would say toasted for that. Not toasted.
Not toasted, maybe.
Okay.
Um,
Now I'm confused.
Because it smells like not burnt.
Right, okay. So obviously the chicken and eggs are cooked, and then you put them in the bread, and then you cook the sandwich all together also.
Yeah, maybe is it toasting?
I would say toasting, I think.
トーストなのかなんかね、すごいね、いい香りがするんですよ。It smells really good.
Yeah.
So I thought, it's not just like a toasting. I thought it was roasting, but
Yeah. I mean, really, there's no difference for me. Like, but
but anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
egg and chicken, like a cooked sandwich.
yeah,
That's what I'm into right now.
that sounds good. And what kind of bread do they use? Can you describe the bread? Okay.
Like,
Is it like kind of like regular Japanese kind of sandwich bread or?
but they make bread by themselves too. So maybe they have a special one. But I don't know the ingredients or
Yeah.
something.
Okay. Yeah, well that's fine. I don't want to be that specific, but I'm really interested in sandwiches cuz in Japan, at least in Takamatsu, it's very difficult to find a sandwich that is not like shokupan kind of sandwich bread. And I'm interested in finding different kinds of like more similar to French bread or like some other kinds of like Italian kind of like ciabatta bread. There's, different kinds of bread that other places use for sandwiches, but in Japan, at least in Takamatsu, it's almost always this same kind of shokupan style with maybe some flavoring, like maybe there's sesame seeds or something like that. But I want to find places, or I want to make a place that has different kinds of bread.
Yeah, Saka French bread.
Yeah.
Or I can't really, eat that one because it's too hard.
Too hard.
But yeah, maybe I have some. But what I'm into now is that one.
Yeah.
Maybe normal shokupan.
Yeah.
With chicken and eggs.
Yeah.
はい。すごいサンドイッチやっぱ好きだからこそね、いろいろとどういうのを食べてるのって聞いてくれたんですけど、なんかね、チキンと卵で、もうこう聞いたら普通かもしれないんですけど、なんか美味しいんですよ。で、僕的にはなんか、炙ってんのかなっていうような、なんかね、こう、燻製してるような、いい香りがするんですよね。ただ単純にトースティングしてる感じじゃない、なんかローストしてるのか、いってるのかなっていう、炙ってる感じのイメージだったんですけど、ちょっと作り方どっちかはわかんないんですけど、なんかね、すごい、パン焼き方がね、すごい美味しいところがあって、それを食べてますっていう、興味ありますか皆さん。それライちゃんがすごい聞いてくれたから今答えましたけれども、まあそんな感じでね、僕はまあサンドイッチ食べたりしてますけれども、ライちゃんは他にYou love to cook Mexican sandwiches too, right?
Well,
That's
yeah,
what I
Mexican
mean.
food in general, not
That's
just
what you're
sandwiches.
into.
Yeah,
The second thing.
Yeah, lately I've been cooking a lot of Mexican food.
Like what?
So last week I made chili, which is kind of Mexican, kind of southwestern American, like Texas or something like that.
Chili sandwich?
Not a sandwich. It's like do you call it chili? I don't know what you call it in Japanese. It's like chili con carne. Do you call it chili con carne or something like that in Japanese?
Chili con carne.
Is that a thing?
Chili con carne.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
No.
Okay, I thought that was it, but maybe not. But anyway, it's basically chili is chili peppers, but you make kind of a sauce with chili peppers and some other ingredient, onions and some things, maybe tomatoes, and it makes like a red sauce. And then you put beans and meat inside. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it looks maybe something like a stew or something like that.
What is chili in the first place? そもそもチリって何やって急にチリソースのチリソース。でもチリってこれ何？ What is that chili?
Chili peppers.
Oh, peppers.
Yeah, hot peppers.
ああ、チリっていうのはペッパーなんか。
Yeah.
そういうなんだろう、胡椒？Seasoning.
No, 唐辛子.
チリペッパーズ。
Yeah.
それを、but maybe Mexican food has the speciality, like a chili.
Yeah,
peppers.
so the chili peppers or hot peppers are actually originally from Mexico. Maybe 500, 600 years ago, they were only in Mexico. So in Mexican food, there's like 100 different kinds of chili peppers. Like if you're in Japan, for the most part, if you say a hot pepper, a togarashi, you kind of think maybe two. There's like a small red one and a big green one. But in Mexico, there's 100 or something.
And chili means peppers.
Yes. So in Spanish, it's just chile is the word for a hot pepper.
Oh, I see. That's why chili peppers. そういうことね。Chili は in Mexican peppers.
Yeah.
そういうことか。
Yeah. And I'm not sure, but maybe the country is related. I don't know about the name of the country. In Spanish is Chile and in Japanese is Chili, right?
That chili.
Yeah. I don't know if that's related to the word for the pepper or not, but maybe.
Anyways, you cook
Yeah.
chili You cook with chili peppers?
Yes,
And?
but the food, this kind of stew, is also called chili. Because you use chili peppers to make it.
Cook something for me.
Okay.
なんか作ってくれるの分からへんかもしれない。
Yeah, okay,
そう、まず、なんか、次、ライちゃんがハマってるものとして、こう、メキシコ料理を作るのに今ハマってるみたいで、家でなんかいろいろ作ってるみたいなんですよね。で、その、チリペッパーズ料理を作ってるっていう。で、なんかイメージ的には、なんかこう、メキシコ料理だろうなっていうイメージは湧いてたんですけど、いざ考えてみると、あれもともとチリってなんだろうとか、今こんがらがってたので聞いてみてたんですけど、チリペッパーズっていうのはもともとは言ったらもう香辛料みたいなこう味付けの、唐辛子っていうあれがソースみたいな感じだよね。
Right.
ソースみたいな感じがチリなんでしょうね。でメキシコ語ではメキシコ語スパニッシュかスペイン語ではチリイコール唐辛子ペッパーっていうことなので、僕ちょっと最近胡椒とかわけのわからないこと言ってたんですけど、そのメキシコ味のペッパーズ唐辛子っていうメキシコ味っていうか、もともとメキシコではいろんなその地域にいろんな唐辛子があったらしいんですよね。もう僕たちが知ってるのは赤唐辛子と緑の青唐辛子ってあれしか知らないですけど、いっぱいあるところからチリペッパーズって呼ぶようになったっていうお話だったので、つまりそれを使ったソースの料理を全部チリなんとか料理、チリfood you say?
You just call it chili.
Chili. そうか。
So this dish is just called chili.
Oh, chili.
And it's like a stew.
And it can be anything.
Well,
if it's with peppers.
Kind of. I think generally it has peppers, a kind of sauce made with peppers, and beans and meat.
そういうことね。
Some people will say you should not add beans, but there's some kind of fight over that. But yeah, it's basically a stew that uses chili peppers.
なるほどね。そういうことか。基本的にもうチリっていうだけでその、料理を指すみたいですね。でもおそらく具体的にはそのチリソース、つまりペッパーズを使って、豆も入れたりお肉も入れたり、それをシチューの形にしてっていうのを指す時もあれば、とにかくそのソース系のメキシコのソース系の味がすればチリっていうみたいですね。そう、僕なんか一個気になりだすとなんでって気になっちゃうのでいろいろ聞いてたんですけど、そんな感じで作ってると。So, stew
Yeah.
only, and sandwich too.
I haven't been making sandwiches lately because I've been trying to not eat so much bread for like a kind of diet thing. But yeah, maybe it was a while ago now, but I made tacos 3 weeks ago or so. And that's kind of a similar it's Mexican, of course, and also uses chili peppers a lot.
Tacos also had chili peppers.
Usually, yeah. Pretty much always.
It's also chili, but
It's not chili.
it's tacos.
It's tacos
But with chili peppers.
with chilies.
Chilies.
Yeah.
Or chili peppers.
Which are the same thing. Yeah, chilies, chili peppers, that's the same.
どんだけチリペッパーズにこだわんねんって話です
Yeah,
けど。
it's also strange to spell because I think we can spell chili peppers both ways. You can spell it with CHILI for chili peppers or CHILE, which is how it's in Spanish. It's CHILE. But the food chili is CHILI or LLI. I think both are okay. So it's really confusing. There's like different spellings for the same pronunciation and kind of the same word. It's hard for me too.
確かにね、ややこしいよね。スペルにしてもいろんな形があるというのと、料理にした時はまたスペルが変わったりっていう。そうなので、どんだけチリの話にこだわんねんと思われるかもしれないですけど、タコスを作ったり、その中のタコスは僕イメージが湧くので、中に入ってるなんかちょっとこう辛い感じのソースをチリというのかなと思って聞いたら、そうタコスもやっぱりチリペッパーズを使ってるっていうお話だったので、ああいう感じの イメージですよね。タコスの時に食べた時に中に入ってるちょっとこう辛いピリッとしたソース系の味の料理をいろいろと作ってるっていうことですね。他はあとは going to the
The
gym.
gym. Yeah. Yeah. And
Anything else?
aside from that, I mean, of course, I see my friends on the weekends when I can. Usually just hang out, maybe at my house or someone's apartment.
I see.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yes, aside from を最後のスペリングにしておいてもらいましょうかね。それ以外って、その他にっていうニュアンスで、いっぱいいろんな言い方ありますけれども、aside from that っていうのも覚えておいていただくといいかなと思いますね。なので、ジムに行って、本読んで、チリソースバー作ってでサンドイッチ食べてっていうのが、ライちゃんが最近楽しんでる、ハマってることですね。で、僕はウーバーでそういろいろとさっきはサンドイッチって言いましたけれども、いろんな国の料理を食べるようにしてて、そう、I order food via Uber Eats,
Right.
and I'm trying to experience different countries' cuisine.
Okay.
Vietnam, Thailand, and of course Mexican.
Yeah.
And anything else? Korean. I
cool.
love Korean food now.
Yeah.
そう、韓国料理も最近ハマってて、インスタストーリーに載せたんですけどね、チャンジャじゃない、チョジャンっていうソースを、ディッピングソースを、
Okay.
自分で作ったり、そうなんか世界をやっぱり感じたいので、ウーバーでいろんなそういういろんな国の料理を食べるようにもしてます。
That's cool.
And do you know Taiwan 混ぜそば? Taiwan mixed noodle.
Maybe I've had Taiwanese noodles before. I don't know if it was maze soba or more like ramen, but maybe no.
Oh, really? One of the one of the things I'm into is Taiwan maze soba, and then obviously the name has Taiwan.
Yeah.
And then, I posted that one on social media, and then it's are a lot of Taiwanese eat this one every day? I asked the question. Then somebody told me that it's a kind of Japanese food. And then one Taiwanese who was living in Japan made that noodle for Japanese people. That's why it's called Taiwan soba.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, but that's really good.
Yeah.
But I heard that Taiwanese people often, mix food.
Yeah.
Like noodles, or they often mix with something.
Oh, okay.
There is such a custom.
Okay.
But not like a maze soba, Taiwan maze soba.
Right, okay.
But that's also what I like, Taiwan maze soba.
Cool. Yeah, I went to one place in Osaka, a
Really?
Taiwan noodle place. It was like below a station somewhere, maybe below Osaka Station. There was a...
It's too big, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's huge. I don't remember the name, but I don't know if it was maze soba or what, but it was some kind of Taiwan-style noodles.
はい、そんな感じですかね。最後に皆さんにお勧めしておきたいのが、これは数ヶ月前にインスタストーリー載せたんですけど、僕台湾混ぜそばっていうなんかね、うどんみたいなヌードルの上にいろいろとお肉やらニラやら卵やらを入れて、それをかき混ぜて食べるっていうそばがあるんですけど、それにハマってて、でいろんな国の料理を今食べるようにしてるので、ウーバーとかで台湾混ぜそばってついてるから、これ台湾の料理なんだと思って、SNS に台湾の人はこれよく食べるんですかねとかって載せてたら、コメントが来て、それ台湾の食べ物じゃないですよって来て、日本に住んでた台湾人がまかないかなんかで日本人のために作ってあげて、そこから広がった、しかも名古屋発祥らしいんですよ。It's from 名古屋。
Okay.
だから全然台湾関係ないやんっていう、そう感じやってんけど、名前は台湾混ぜそばっていう、
Right.
それがすごく僕は好きで食べたりしてます。それが最近僕はハマってることですね。
I think there's a lot of foods like that in every country where like some food will come with immigrants to America or to Japan or something, and those immigrants will make something like the food they ate at home, and then it will get changed to kind of match the tastes of the people in that country. So, like, probably Chile is like that. It's originally like from Mexico. It's kind of Mexican style, but it's maybe more popular in like Texas and Arizona, kind of the south of America. So it got changed. Now it's kind of like American food. Or like, many Japanese foods like ramen and maze soba and stuff like that are like Chinese, but now they're kind of Japanese food.
Yeah, it's kind of it's been evolving.
Right. And evolves to fit the country where it is now. Yeah.
そうですね、evolve も打っておいてもらおうかなと思うんですけど、最後ライちゃんが言ってくれてたのが、食べ物ってね、そうやっていろんな国でこう発展していってるよねと、進化していってるよねと。なので今のこの台湾の混ぜそばのお話もそうですけど、どこの国にもあると。どっかの国から来た人が何かをなんとかライクなものを作って、自分たちがよく食べてたようなものを作って、そこからみんなの口に合うような形に変わっていって、あるいはその国の人がアレンジして形が変わっていってる料理ってね、結構あると思うので、台湾混ぜそばもその一つかなと思いますね。で最後にもうちょっとだけ言っておくと、僕はマリオカートにも今ハマっておりますそうやっぱり家で楽しまなきゃなと思って、何ができるだろうって考えた時にゲームだと思って、あとはそう親戚の集まりがね、こう年末年始とかあるからと思って、そのために買ってたのもあったんですよ。relative gathering for that, like a New Year's party. I bought Switch.
Yeah.
And then after that, I've been into Mario Kart and I've been playing.
So have you been playing it like online?
Online.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Competing
with... What Mario Kart are they on now? What is the
8.
8, okay.
マリオカート 8! っていうやつね。そう、今マリオカート8なんですけど、はい、今日のエピソードは皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。言うの忘れた。
You said it fast.
そう、最後オチをね、何しようと思って朝原翔子っていうプレイヤーと戦ってたっていうのをね、話しすぎて忘れてたんですけど、もう一回今日のエピソードはい
かがでしたでしょうか。
覚えていただきました。いかがでしたでしょうか。はい、今日はね、もう本当にね、楽しく皆さんに聞いてほしいと思ったのと、僕自身がこうね、楽しむためにやっていることっていうのもなんかシェアできたらなと思ったので、あるいはライちゃんの話もね、なので今日から皆さんぜひ朝起きたら本読みながら、メキシカンのチリフード食べながらコーヒーブラックで飲みながら、あとはジムにも通いながら帰ってきたらマリオカートで朝原翔子とバトルするっていう、ちょっとそういうねルーティーンも取り入れていただけたら嬉しいなと思います。ライちゃんどうでしたか？ How was your recording?
Yeah, that was good. I mean, we intended to talk about our interests and almost only talked about food, but that's fine. I like food, so.
Yeah, we can talk about food.
Yeah, I could do 3 more episodes about food.
そうですね。
Yeah.
食べ物についてももっともっとなんかまたエピソード作れたらなと思いましたね。はい、皆さん今日のエピソードの感想はぜひ、SNS、インスタグラムだったり、インスタグラムも投稿遅れててごめんなさい。僕ね、全部ねちゃんと投稿したいと思うとね、気軽に載せれないと思って時間確保するまでと思うとちょっとね過ぎちゃうこともあるんですけれども、投稿された時にまたコメント欄に感想を残していただければと思います。あるいはツイッターで台本なし英会話レッスンのハッシュタグをつけて、投稿していただいても、いつも全部読ませていただいてますので構いません。そうだ、あとは質問がありまして、このライちゃんが打ってくれてるスペリングをどうやったらインスタから見れますかっていうご質問をいただいてたんですけれども、ちょっとここでご返答しようと思ってご回答してなかったんですけれども、僕の E メールにも届き DM にも届きコメントにも届きっていうそうお急ぎだったのかなと思ったんですけど、ご回答してなかったのはここで発表したかったからなので、ちょっとお待たせしてすいません。見方なんですけど、インスタグラムのアカウント行ってもらって写真が投稿されてると思うんですけど、それぞれの投稿の2枚目3枚目4枚目っていう形で左にこうスクロールをしてもらうと見れる形になるので、一瞬ねどこにあるのって分かんなくなるかもしれないんですけど、その見たいエピソードのまずは投稿をタップしてもらって、その投稿の中にある2枚目3枚目の写真をご覧いただければと思います。はい、僕は、YouTube、Twitter、Instagram、英語のソータで調べていただくと出てきます。ライちゃんはライリー・ソルバン200 XD か。
XD, yeah.
XD
And Sometimes I post the food I make. Like last week, I posted my chili
Oh,
on
really?
a story.
Oh,
so I
really?
don't always post it to like main Instagram, but sometimes on my stories, I'm posting food.
I haven't followed you, so
You don't follow
I forgot to do that. 忘れてたわ。今そう考えたらライちゃんのこと僕フォローしてなかったなと思って、見ますフォローして。なので、
Okay.
ぜひ皆さんもライちゃんの投稿を見てみてください。では皆さん今日のエピソードを楽しんでいただけてると嬉しいです。久しぶりのレコーディングですし、4時間来てからここでレコーディングっていうのがなんかちゃんといいクオリティ作れるのかなっていつも心配なんですけど、皆さんに楽しんでもらえてたら嬉しいなと思って今日も頑張って収録しましたので、お楽しみください。では皆さんまた次回のエピソードでお会いしましょう。
はい。
バイ。長いと思ってるやろ。
Yeah, it did get long.
そう、よう喋るな思ってはるわ。では失礼します。
Bye.